What's up, y'all? It's episode 16. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As y'all can tell by the title, today's video is going to be about being more independent and not having to depend on anybody if you don't have to. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean for it to be where you have to be selfish all the time. You know what I'm saying? Life is about you, and you have to be independent, but it's not all about you. You know what I'm saying? It is key. It is a key factor in this world to be independent, and you do have to be selfish at times. But being selfish 24/7, that's not the way to go. But it is very important to be independent because it's good to be able to be capable in doing things by yourself without having to the need of other people. You know what I'm saying? But it is. I'm not saying it's not valuable to have other people around because the world revolves around people. What I mean by that is people need people to elevate, to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's how opportunities come. We can bring opportunities amongst ourselves, and you reaching out to other people reaching out to you. That's essentially how you elevate. But it's a difference between needing someone and having someone to bring opportunities to you. And to dive on that topic, what I mean by that is if you have the capabilities in yourself to do it yourself, go ahead and do it. But if you're dependent on someone to do something for you, you're leaving yourself to be able to be let down, because other people, it's not you doing it. I'd rather bet on myself because, okay, if I mess up, that's on me. But I have a high belief in myself, so I believe I can do anything I set my mind to, and I'm in control over it. But if you are dependent, you know what I'm saying, you got other people that you're banking on, you leaning on to do it for you and whatnot, that's, you know what I'm saying, it's not up to you, it's not under your control, so it's easy for you to get let down, especially if you put expectations on people. And that's a whole nother video, just talking about putting expectations between independence, dependence, and interdependence. You don't want to be dependent because, like I said, it's easy to be let down and you're not in control over it. Independent is cool because you're in control and you control the risk factor. You know what I mean? So if you're willing to take a risk on yourself and bet on yourself, you kind of have control over what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing. So if you fail, you fail. And if you win, you win. But it's all on you. I took control. I took assertive actions over my life and whatever that may be. And interdependence is like, for an example, like a basketball team or whatever. We all work together and we have a common goal. And that is not fully relying on anybody, but it's like a team kind of thing. And that the world is interdependent. So it's better to be interdependent than dependent because you have more control and you have more opportunities when you're interdependent. You know what I'm saying? And you have way more control when you're independent. And I believe that is very important because that is what allows us to elevate and grow at a faster rate. So you got to make sure you evaluate your life to see where you lack control of, you're dependent at, and where you have more control and you're independent at. So it's places in your life right now, I guarantee it, where you don't have the independence. Like, you have the option to be independent about certain things, but you're choosing to be dependent. So the main point I'm trying to get across in this video is making sure you're in control of the board. It's just like chess. You make sure you're in a position of power, so you have the next best move in your life. So what I mean by evaluate your life as a whole means to step back, look at your life, and see the areas that you're lacking control of and see the areas that you have control of. And the ones that you're lacking in, you want to make sure in every aspect of your life that you're being independent and having control over it, because having control over it means it's kind of like a guaranteed result. You know what I mean? You have the power and you are in position to control that aspect of your life. So physical, health, mental, and spiritual and financially, you know what I mean, in every which way you can think of, whether it's whatever it is you can think of, literally everything in your life, you have to make sure that everything is being accounted for. Let's say you have, it's almost like managing money. You want to make sure every dollar in your pocket is being accounted for. You don't want just money sitting there um, with no place to go. I had seen this thing and somebody had said like they count their money like soldiers. Like they look at their money like soldiers. Some are deployed here, some are deployed here, some are here for defense. You know what I mean? Like every soldier is accounted for, and you have to look at that the same way as your money. You know what I mean? You want to make sure every dollar is accounted for, and you know what I'm saying, it's going to a good place. So financially, that's just one example. But you do want to have control in all aspects of your life that you can. Obviously, I'm gonna say it again, you can't control everything of your life, but the things you can control, you want to make sure you're controlling everything that you can control, because that essentially is leading your life in a upward spiral of, you know what I'm saying, greatness. It's a good direction for you to be in if you're controlling everything you can control, and then the things you can't control, you're controlling the reactions. So if something bad happened to you in your life, you're controlling how you react to it, because you couldn't control what happened, but you can control how you react to it. And that's the second best thing. That's the next best thing to controlling the things you can already control. So I hope y'all really understood what I said. I'm trying my best to say it in a way that makes sense. But that's a wrap. That's gonna be episode it's gonna be episode 16. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna leave a link to my hats in the bio. Go ahead, get you one. This velour. Y'all go cop it for me. $45. Y'all have a good day.